Welcome back to the Breakfast Club. Let's now take you to our person of interest. We're going to be penning an exciting chapter in our person of interest segment today. That was a little clue. At just 12, Mahika Mishra founded Letters for Change, or LFC. It's an organization, and she created it after a letter that she wrote to address a civic issue went viral. Imagine this. Today, it's a team of bright, passionate kids. They're running the show entirely. They're handling everything from sorting out the letters that come in to ensuring that young voices receive a platform.
Now, whether it's tackling environmental issues, advocating for mental health or sanitary facilities, Mahika's organization works to ensure that each of these young ideas are heard. And these guys are truly, as they say, pushing the envelope in a way. Let's go over and get in a word from Mahika on why she does what she does. Let's welcome her on the program. Hi, good morning, Mahika. How are you doing? We have to start by understanding from you, how did it all start? What made you think of writing letters to get attention to issues?
I was 11 when the journey began. I was in the car with my dad. I expressed a concern to him. He told me to pen it down. We wrote a letter, sent it to Mr. Anand Mahindra, and then we forgot about it. For 2-3 months, we just forgot. I had exams in the middle, and it just went out of our head. And then we saw a tweet. My dad saw a tweet on Twitter, and he came home and he goes, "You're gonna get a reply from him." And that triggered a discussion that went off in so many different ways, and we just went that if I can say one thing and it becomes so big, if my voice is so loud, imagine if thousands of children whose voices are unseen and unheard of, what if they say things as well?
So that original letter we just showed our audiences, it talks about honking and just the noise pollution in general in the city that you're in. But tell us, what made you go for a handwritten letter? Because Mahika, I must say, young kids today, how much are they using a pen and paper versus, for example, just typing it out on their phones?
So we have 4 cornerstones, and handwritten letters is one of them. Handwriting is a reflection of personality. It's a personalized touch to your own message that you're writing down. It is also that a pen and a paper are accessible to everyone. Children most likely do not have access to technology. No parents would know that if their child knows how to write an email or etc. Pen and paper is with everybody, and we're working at the base level over here.
Right, makes sense. But the question, Mahika, then is how is all of this translating into impact and change? Letter writing is one. How is LFC now ensuring that change actually happens?
When children write a letter, we get them and we publish them on the website. We also go on Instagram and invite people to talk about the letters, to discuss them, to raise awareness about these issues that children are facing, these changes that they have, these thoughts, they're challenging societal norms, they have dreams and wishes that they write down. We have a no topic and no format it's a cornerstone. We follow a rule where it says no topics, no formats, a no competition environment, and only handwritten letters. So this gives a lot of freedom to children, which is always confusing for a lot of people to understand. That what will they write? They write whatever they want.
Mahika, we have to ask you, since the organization has now opened itself up to children asking and sending in their own letters, is there a particular letter in the last few years that someone has sent in that has stayed with you or that you've loved?
There is stories about how this young girl wrote that, "I don't think my mom loves me as much as she loves my sister." And what can you say about that? That is not something you can go and call a parent and say that your daughter doesn't think she loves you. But sometimes when we say stuff, people don't take it the same way. And that's probably what happened over there. There are countless such letters that each of them is so important. I I cannot put to words how much it means to me that people are willing to share things like that and be in a safe space and be comfortable enough and bold enough to come out and say that.
Nice. So it's not just a letter for change. For many people, it's a letter of outlet just to say things and get it out of the system, which is quite fascinating. So if, Mahika, if we were to throw a challenge at you and we were to say that you could write one letter that could have a massive impact tomorrow, you had one wish list and not just Anand Mahindra, but many over and above in the power corridors could hear you and see that letter, what would you write about?
It would be that everyone that has written all these letters and their dreams in them, their stories, they all come true. All their wishes, hopes, dreams, everyone that is involved with Letters for Change, everyone that is here, every child's voice gets amplified, that people listen to them and value what their thoughts and feelings are.
So such a generous answer. Okay, Mahika, before we let you go, every time we have a young person on POI, we like to ask them what's next. So tell us, we know you're an avid film buff, you like writing very clearly. Do you hope to be a writer? Is that the right natural conclusion?
Well, I love writing and reading and movies. It's not set in stone, nothing is set in stone. We'll see where the future takes us.
All right then. She writes more than she talks, clearly, but we leave it there. Mahika, thanks so much for joining.